What's going on, guys? Caesar here. Another day in the garage working on the never-ending FD RX7 project. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to replace these rubber bushings to put in these solid bushings in your race car. The reason why this looks used is because it's used. I was removing my upper control arms on my FD, which goes right here into these two posts, comes out. That's the lower control arm. Wheel bearing assembly, and it's all apart. This is my upper control arm that came off the car. As you can see here, the ball joint is completely flat and destroyed. What I'm doing right now is going over the entire suspension of the FD to make sure it's nice and freshened up so it's good to go for the track use. These solid bushings came out and it's going to be installed in these stock rubber bushings as a replacement. The reason why I got a new upper control arm for left and right both sides is because of this. As you can tell, on this side it's nice and new with oil or grease inside, and this is bad. This is destroyed and you need to replace that. The reason why I got the whole control arm is because I found it used on the forum for really cheap, 40 bucks chip for two. But another reason is because on FDs you can't really replace these ball joints. I actually replaced the lower control arm on the passenger side already because of the same reason, and today I'm going to be replacing the upper arms both on driver and passenger side, while I'm going to show you how to press out these rubber bushings. So first thing I'm going to do is clean this bad boy up. I'm going to grab some purple power and just scrub everything off. Alright, so now that these upper control arms are kind of clean, and I say kinda because it's a race car and I know it's gonna get dirty again, so I didn't want to go all out and clean it up for hours. This is good enough. What I'm gonna do now is use this bushing pull out tool. You can rent these at AutoZone or Advanced Auto, Pep Boys, or wherever your local auto parts store may be, for like 200 bucks. So you're essentially buying it, but you can return it at any time you want and get full refund. And that's what they call rental. Some people don't bring it back, so they get charged $200. Same way with the compression testers and any other tools that you can rent out from these auto parts stores. You can rent these out. So basically what this does is there's a big C-clamp that you can screw in using a big socket, and there's two ends to it. One is a circular ring like so, which will go over the control arm. Another is a flat piece like this one here that will press out the bushing. So I'm going to show you how to do that so that you don't have to take it to a local automotive store. So you don't have to take it to a local automotive shop where you're gonna use a press to press these out. Now one trick you can do when you're installing solid bushing like these is actually put it in the freezer and freeze it up. What it does is actually compress the material, so it makes it easier for the bushing and the rod to slide into the control arm. You can also heat it up so that the control arm expands, and with the bushing cooled down, you have this expanded control arm with contracted bushing, so it'll slide right in. Some people also just burn these out instead of pressing it out, which is also another method, and I could do that too. But sometimes when you burn out control arms, the material gets weaker because of heat, so I like to use this control arm presser method rather than heat it up unless it's absolutely necessary. So I'm gonna now show you how to press these out. So it's always kind of a guesswork when you're starting out. You want to find a coupler that fits just right like this one does, but I think I'm gonna go with this and see if I can press it out. On this side I'm just gonna use a impact gun and run it. I'm gonna blow this up in the impact and just run it in and see what happens. that works. You can see that it's going through now. And just pull that out. It's as simple as that. So there goes your stock rubber bushing. Okay, now usually when you get these brand new, it comes with pack of grease that you're supposed to use with it. But because it's a used set, I don't have that. So I'm just gonna use this multi-grease from Napa that I had in my garage forever and just grease up a little bit. Put it on the outside, put it on the inside, and this will, for most of the cases, prevent your bushing from squeaking. I found it that it will eventually start squeaking anyways, but hey, it'll help go in and it might prevent it for a couple miles. So when you're installing this, especially for the RX7, it's directional, so make sure you put it in the right direction. For this, it goes in from outside in. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to use a press. And then once that's in, I'm gonna use this coupler again and make sure it sits nice and flush. There you go. Now lastly, you just want to install this rod. Put some grease on it. And sometimes these will just slide in without using a clamp. So let's see what happens. Nope, not in my case, of course. So again, I'm gonna use my impact. Just like that. So that is it for today, guys. Just to show you that you don't need to go to a machine shop and use the machine press to do this job. You can go to AutoZone, pick up this toolbox and get it done yourself. So thanks again, guys, for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions and I'll see you in my next video series.